In the world of supercars, there is a before 720S and an after 720S. When McLaren unveiled this machine at the Geneva Motor Show, the established kings of the industry, Ferrari and Lamborghini, knew they were in trouble. This wasn't just an evolution of the 650S. It was a total reimagining of what a supercar could be. It was lighter, faster, and more technologically advanced than anything in its price bracket. In fact, it didn't just compete with supercars, it started hunting hypercars. Today, we are diving deep into the engineering, the soul, and the sheer speed of the McLaren 720S. We're going to look at why this car is still considered the ultimate benchmark nearly a decade after its release. If you're passionate about supercar history and want to see more deep dives like this, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Legacy Lane. It helps us keep the lights on and the engines roaring. Let's start with the design because the 720S looks like nothing else on the road. The most famous feature, of course, is the eye sockets. At launch, people were confused. Where were the headlights? But look closer. Those massive openings aren't just for show. They serve a dual purpose, housing the LED headlights and acting as high-speed air intakes for the front radiators. Unlike a Ferrari 488, you won't find massive side scoops carved into the doors here. Instead, McLaren designed double-skin dihedral doors. Air is funneled through a hidden channel in the upper part of the door, traveling all the way to the rear radiators to cool that mid-mounted V8. This shrink-wrap design allows the car to be incredibly narrow and aerodynamic, while still generating 50% more downforce than its predecessor. At the back, the full-width active wing acts as a stabilizer, a downforce generator, and a massive air brake that can bring the car to a dead stop from 60 miles per hour in just 97 feet. The heart of the 720S is the M840T engine. It's a 4-liter, twin-turbocharged V8, and while it shares some DNA with the older 3.8-liter unit, 41% of its components are entirely new. It features twin-scroll turbochargers and a flat-plane crank that gives it that distinct mechanical McLaren growl. On paper, it produces 710 horsepower and 568 pound-feet of torque. But here's the secret. McLaren famously underrated this car. On dyno tests around the world, the 720S has been caught putting down nearly 700 horsepower to the wheels, suggesting the actual crank horsepower is likely closer to 770. This is why the 720S became a legend on the drag strip, regularly out-accelerating cars that cost twice as much. The secret to its speed isn't just power, it's weight. The 720S is built around the monocage 2, a carbon fiber tub inspired by the million-dollar McLaren P1 hypercar. By using carbon fiber for the roof pillars and the central structure, McLaren saved 18 kilograms over the previous generation, while creating a cabin that feels like a fighter jet cockpit with 360-degree visibility. But the real magic is the suspension. Known as Proactive Chassis Control 2, this system was developed based on a PhD thesis from the University of Cambridge. It doesn't use traditional anti-roll bars. Instead, all 4 dampers are linked hydraulically to a central brain that monitors road conditions every 2 milliseconds. It's so advanced that it can be softer than a Mercedes-Benz S-Class in comfort mode, but stiffer than a race car the moment you flick it into track mode. Before we get into the slider and the insane performance numbers, I want to hear from you. If you had the choice between this 720S or the newer 750S, which one are you taking to the track? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying the video, please hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm show this to other car enthusiasts like you. One of the most unique features of the 720S is variable drift control. On the central infotainment screen, there is literally a slider that allows you to choose exactly how much angle you want the car to allow before the traction control kicks in. It turns anyone into a pro drifter at the touch of a button. When you're behind the wheel, the experience is telepathic. Because McLaren uses a hydraulic steering rack instead of an electric one, you feel every pebble on the road. It's a raw, mechanical connection that most modern supercars have lost in the pursuit of efficiency. Let's talk numbers, because the official stats are only half the story. McLaren says 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. In reality, most owners see 2.5 or even 2.4 seconds on a prepped surface. It will do the quarter mile in under 10 seconds at over 140 miles per hour. To put that in perspective, when it was released, it was matching the acceleration of the Holy Trinity: the Porsche 918, the Ferrari LaFerrari, and the McLaren P1. It was the car that democratized hypercar speed, bringing elite performance to the entry-level supercar market. Inside, the 720S is a masterclass in minimalism. The most famous party trick is the folding driver display. In standard mode, it's a high-definition screen showing everything from navigation to tire temps. But hit track mode, and the entire cluster physically rotates and retracts, leaving only a slim strip that shows your gear, your RPM, and your speed. It's designed to eliminate distractions so you can focus entirely on hitting your apex. The McLaren 720S is more than just a fast car. It was a disruptor. It changed the rules of the game and forced every other manufacturer to work harder. While the 750S has now arrived as its successor, it is really just a refined version of this masterpiece. The 720S remains the car that put walking on the map as a true rival to the legends of Italy. It is beautiful, it is brutal, and it is arguably the greatest supercar of the modern era. Thank you for watching this deep dive on Legacy Lane. If you enjoyed this journey through automotive excellence, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when our next feature drops. We'll see you in the next one.